You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast.
It's your main man, Hump
Ill Ran is back.
DJ, the DJ, what up, dog?
J.A. to the right,
Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.
Yeah. It's the Yeah, I Said It podcast, episode number 133. Ill Ran is back.
The DJ, what up, though?
J.A. to the Y Young. J Young, if you're slow.
And we got a guest in the building.
Special guest, very, very special guest.
What up, Zach?
How y'all doing, man?
I'm a little perturbed at the
I
moment.
see it.
I mean, you can't sound defeated, man.
Right.
Z Smith is in the building.
Man, I'm trying to. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
shoot. It's the podcast, man. We trying to make this thing work with or without the technical difficulties of the MacBook. Anyway, 601-641-9474. That's the number to call. Drop the voicemail. 601-641-9474. Can I say four?
Oh, yeah. And send us a email at yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. That's yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. If you have any questions, complaints, cares, or concerns for me, my co-host, or constituents, please drop us a line. Let us know what it is that you think and or feel. Soundbite.
Yeah, I don't know what I think and or feel at the moment.
I know what you think and feel at the moment.
I am enjoying this Knob Creek though.
Yeah.
This what kind is it? The smoked maple?
Yeah.
I've only actually had the smoked maple once before when I was in Austin, and I hadn't bought the smoked maple Knob Creek since then. And I just saw it. I went to the Wine and More? What they call that store?
Which one?
It's like Specs Junior.
Total Wine.
What is it?
Total Wine.
Yeah, Total Wine. Total Wine.
Specs Junior.
I call it because it looks just like Specs.
Yeah.
Has real good deals, but it didn't have all of the stuff that I've gotten from Specs before. Like it had a decent selection. It had some things in there I hadn't seen before at Specs, but it was some things that I thought I was gonna be able to just go right to, and I wasn't able to.
Yeah.
That's why I call it Specs Junior.
Gotcha.
So we got Jay Young back.
Welcome back. Glad
Jay-
to have you.
Been an eventful summer.
Yes.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, man.
Holiday, man.
Give us the short version rundown.
Of what?
The whole summer.
So, Mom Dukes, she got sick again last month. So, she was in the hospital for a hot minute. She's better now. She's home, and she getting back to full strength. My car forsake me.
Now it wasn't the rain or nothing, though, huh?
No. This is before the rain.
Yeah, 'cause we had a bunch of flooding going on.
Yeah, no, this is before that. So my car died on me. It's funny, the transmission and electrical problems all happened at the same time. Yeah,
That was a blessing in disguise.
yeah.
Because
So
if one of them would have happened, you would have fixed it.
yeah,
And then the other one would have happened and you'd have felt like, oh, man.
so I'm like, I'm not spending all this money. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So good part about it was I was done, paying on the car anyway.
Question:
Yeah.
if you smashed up the gray one, would you have bought you a red?
Yeah, because I got to hit the parking lot of tearing heads.
Okay.
All right.
Now that we got that out the way, what
Yeah.
else?
So, let's see what else.
I wonder how many people that line went over their heads. Like, did I just waste that one?
Nah, I think
The
people.
ones who
get-
were supposed to catch a coach.
Exactly,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
All right.
I spent the majority of the summer just hanging out with the kids, and did that thing. It's all, being around my kids is good for my soul, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Keep your spirits high.
There we go. So I hung out with the kids. What else? Man, it's just a lot of
And then you went to the gym and you dropped the weights.
So
You're
last,
determined to make this a joke.
yeah, it's not funny at all.
Well, I'm looking at a half-empty bottle of Knob Creek.
So last week I was actually gonna come to the show last week, but I went to the gym before the show, and the facility I go to, they had installed some new flat benches. So last Wednesday just so happened to be chest day, so getting my flat bench in, and the new benches have like an extra little rack for the bar. I guess it's for the ego lifters.
It's a little people rack.
Nah, it's for them ego lifters.
Oh, okay.
Who
Get
load
about
that
halfway up, you
Yeah.
can't go no further.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the old benches didn't have that. So I'm going through my sets, and I'm okay. I'm fine. I get to about maybe the third. Yeah, it's about the third set, and I'm going up, and I say about my fourth rep, I hit that the lower rack, the one for the ego lifters.
Yep.
Going up, I hit that, and when I hit it, it knocked everything off balance. And the bar just came like it turned. I turned sideways, just because that's the way the momentum went. And when I turned, I lost control, and the bar came down and hit me in the chest. Well, hit me in the ribs actually. It was one side, so it hit me on my right side, and of course it made a big ass noise, which caused a big ass scene. And it was plates all over the floor. And yeah, that whole thing. So, now it doesn't sound that bad. It's like, somebody saying, well, it's only one side.
Nah, that sounds bad to me.
I had 275 pounds on that bar. So, that's a lot of weight to hit
It don't matter if it's one side or both sides on that. Huh?
Right. So,
No sides is better.
so at this point, it's plates all over the floor. It's a bar standing erect. And the whole gym is looking at me. So, I mean, it was a lot of familiar faces in there.
It sounded like it could have been
Yeah, I know.
something so
It could have been
different.
a better way
Boss
to say
standing
that.
erect and the whole gym's looking at me. Like, yep.
Ouch. It still hurts to laugh. So,
Oh, does it?
yeah. So,
Bruised ribs.
Oh,
told me up. So,
here come the corny jokes.
see, the thing about it though, it's like, it was a lot of familiar faces there, so everybody that was there knew, like, wasn't doing nothing out of the ordinary. It was just I wasn't used to that little second rack that the new benches have. So
Right.
that's
You
just
didn't have your selfie camera set up. and
that's
nothing like
just I wouldn't do it out here, man. I'll just leave this
that?
up.
You don't get your a mini tripod, set your phone up on it.
It's crazy when I see that at the gym. It's like, really?
They
But-
want to be able to see what the
No, they want to
check their
do it for the
form.
gram. They want to do it for the
They're
gram.
not checking their form. They set the phone up. And
They
make
doing
sure
that for the
they-
gram, man.
No,
That's for the gram. That's all.
They don't
it's
go
for.
back and watch that video.
They doing that for the gram.
I mean,
got-
they
I mean,
they
they
watch
gon-
it for ego. Like, yeah, it looked good enough to
Yeah.
post.
That's all that's about. So once this happens,
So you record yourself?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't.
So-
I'm not that vain.
yeah. So once this happens,
no gym selfies.
I do gym selfies. I
Nah.
do them.
I know.
I do them. But so once this happens, I got to re-rack, put the bar back, and I have to sit down and gather myself.
Yeah.
So then after that, I go to the emergency room, and I'm just praying that my ribs ain't broken. Luckily for me, my ribs were not broken. I did bruise them. They are a little tender, but I'm good, man.
J tender ribs.
I'll be back in the gym in a couple of more days, man. I'll be back at it.
J tender ribs is
Is
on
on
the
the
show.
right
Will.
side?
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
not
kind.
punch it.
I'm thinking. I don't know, man. I might do the flat bench with dumbbells for a little while, man. I'm
There you
kind of
go.
scared of that barbell.
Hey
so
man, that's smart.
yeah, I might just
Take
do
your
it
ego
with
out
the
the way.
dumbbells.
They say
man.
that's a little bit better. It allows you
Well,
to have. It forces you to have more
Yeah,
control.
it's a better range of motion.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a better range
Now,
of
that's-
motion.
that's
I
sounds smart
personally
to me.
don't like it.
Well, I go in between the both. Like, sometimes I'll do the barbell. Sometimes I'll do the flat bench with with the dumbbells. It just that particular day, I did it with the barbell. So,
Man, be careful.
but I think for a while I'll be, messing with the dumbbells.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Man, I still hadn't set this counter from bars and beats to time.
Yep.
So I don't know how long the show going. I don't have no timer set up.
It's all good.
It's all good because I got markers.
Right.
Markers. DJ,
Yo.
you was here last week.
Yep.
So I guess there's no stories to come along with your week. Okay, we gonna skip all that.
Actually,
Oh.
man, like I had one of my guys who worked for me to pass. Yeah, he died.
Damn. I
Couple
can't make
days
no more
ago.
jokes now. I've been trying to come up with
Nah, there ain't nothing to joke about.
tender ribs, and now you.
Yeah.
That
So
may be
that mean-
dragging the show all down.
No, I'm
now,
just
man.
saying, like, no, that was a real thing though, because when you get that kind of phone call, like people say that they want to be in charge and they want to be, a boss. But like when they say you got to pay the cost, like you really do, like
See,
in a lot of different ways.
you got to pay
know?
for the funeral.
No, don't have to do that. But like again, like I don't like funerals.
I don't.
It's not my thing.
I
Like,
got two to go to.
and I'm not saying like some people. There are people who, they die. Oh, when the funeral and they going and they are,
Yeah.
I'm not that way. Like,
I had,
but I have to go. Like you gotta,
I got two to go to this week, so don't feel bad.
you gotta help out. Like you gotta.
You got to do stuff that
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
So it's the first time I've ever experienced this, losing somebody who works for me.
Golly, Zach, you got a happy story?
I'm just saying.
Just the kids, man. Just the kids.
Oh man,
In my life right now.
Yeah.
I got a happy story.
hurry up, shit.
I saw some fake boobies this weekend. And
Movie story.
So I went to this little kickback, and we were playing this card game. It's basically like it was just one of those question card games. And
Gotcha.
it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and thing was like, if you answer the question wrong or whatever, or if the particular card applies to you, then you have to take off an article of clothing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got you.
This was great because
Truth or Dare, 2019.
Sound like the grown-up version. I like
yeah,
that.
it was
Yeah.
great because females vastly outnumbered the males. So it was this one in particular, and she just happened to be sitting right next to me. Oh, this was a joyous moment. And I'm just watching this. First of all, she ain't had that much on. She had on
Oh,
a
so
little-
it was coming.
She had on like a little summer dress and some drawers.
Oh shoot.
So the first time she got something wrong, what
She
you
ain't
gonna
have
do?
no wiggle room, huh?
What you gonna do? So the first question she get wrong, I turn right. So what you gonna do? I'm gonna take my panties off. Need some help? I'm just, because I like to lend a helping hand.
Yeah.
You're carrying individual.
Yeah, I care. So
You didn't want her to bend the wrong way or
Right.
stretch or something like that.
right, so she managed to get them off, and she gave them to me.
Wow.
Don't ask me why. Don't look at me like that.
Oh no,
DJ.
I know why. Because you asked if she needed some help.
So she gave me the
Like,
drawers.
yeah, hold
Would you like a
these.
sniff?
I didn't sniff. I gotta relax. You gotta relax.
Sheesh. No, y'all should have relaxed.
Yeah.
GTD.
So then the game progresses.
Right.
She get another question. She gotta take
What are the
off.
questions?
Man, it's just a bunch of it's some sexual questions.
Oh, okay. Don't ask us.
It's some sexual questions. I'm gonna ask one.
Didn't we do something like that before?
Yep, and it was great. It went great.
Yeah,
It
I got
was
a
fun.
whole bunch of more questions. That
We got to
can-
pick this thing up, man. Y'all
So,
started
okay,
off with people
okay.
falling off of dumbbell racks. Or,
So we get to that question. She like, dang. It was one of them questions like, okay, if you have never done this, then you got to take off an article of clothing.
uh-oh.
I think I know the question it was, have you had sex in a public place? She hadn't. And she was like, shit. I'm like, what? You ain't ever done it in public place? Nope. And all I got left is this dress. I ain't think she was gonna do it. She lollygagged around for about 30 seconds. And she stood up and she took that dress off. I've seen some fake boobies, but these were nice.
It's a good work, huh?
And she, you know, she like an older. She like in her early 40s, so she not old, but she know she's seasoned. And you know when they fine at that age, they fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not like young and fine. Like that old fine is different than young fine. Oh, she was fine. Dog.
And went through hoops and not dots.
Yeah.
I mean, she just like she's standing like she's close. We touching.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because we sitting on a little bench
That would have been
together.
my plan.
We sitting on a bench together, so we touching, like we close.
I'm gonna have to load up some sound effects for this show.
Oh yeah.
This is my first time meeting her, and I'm like, you standing right here naked. And I just, my
She
hands
ain't no
just,
shoes on or nothing.
nothing.
I'm just saying,
this
like,
woman ain't have nothing on but nail
Well, she
polish.
knew when she came in there and that game was being played. That,
She the one who initiated the shit.
Oh,
She
so-
the one who was like, because we was like, let's play for shots. And I'm
makes
like,
sense.
I play for a shot of water. I'm not drinking all this alcohol.
That makes sense.
She like, no, let's take clothes. Let's take clothes off. And I look at her like, you sure? Because
it was a
you
setup.
ain't got that much
Yeah,
going.
He ain't got a whole lot.
She wanted to see.
my
how she
question would have
measured
been
up.
like, so now you got this dress off, but you say you never had sex in a public place, so what's happening?
That was exactly what I asked. That was verbatim. That was verbatim. But my hands, man, I don't know what's wrong with me. They just
Wait, what?
they went to touching stuff. I just went to feeling on her. She wasn't tripping. And
Golly.
yeah, it was great. Like Saturday
Is that
night,
happy enough? Is this
was
a happy enough story?
a great night.
Y'all
Like,
definitely turn this show around.
this girl was
I hope
dog. I wish, man. Okay, so yeah, that was a happy story for you.
Yeah.
That's a happy story. And I just like cause she was like before she took the dress off, she was like, I got fake boobies. I'm like, duh.
You ain't fooling nobody, huh?
Duh. But they was cool because they still look like semi-natural. Like they wasn't
Yeah,
A
yeah.
little
Yeah.
sag to it.
right. It's a little drop. A
Yeah,
little drop.
Not too perky.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, this girl was fine, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't care about me touching on her. Yeah.
That's the best kind, huh?
Yeah, we made arrangements, so
okay.
I had to.
Say
dog.
less.
This shit is for single people.
Yeah.
Eh,
I used to
black,
have that.
black couch gang over there.
You said you wanted a happy story.
Hey,
man.
he gave you.
Well,
one.
yeah, you came through, kinfolk.
He definitely did that.
Golly.
But other than that,
Cause really, like, no, never mind.
so
601-641-9474. If you can follow up that story with a story of your own, call and
Yeah.
let us know.
the
Tell Montoya to give us one of them hotels.
shout out to everybody that's been supporting the friends, my song Friends with Boosie and Roe.
Yep.
It's been pretty amazing. I'm actually supposed to be going to Dallas this weekend to do some things. I want to send a special shout out to Dallas and Austin because actually been getting spins on the radio stations in those respective cities.
I want to go.
So come on. So shout out to both of them cities.
Y'all still doing the remix?
Nah, we're gonna go another direction.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed.
I wanted to hear some people on that song so bad.
I
we
wanted to see myself in that video.
we had 500,000 views on YouTube. So I mean, going into this, I didn't know what it was gonna do, but we like 3 months in, we got 500,000 views, and I think I'm doing in between 10 and 15,000 views a week still.
Dope.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's still, and it's funny because like more than ever, like I got people approaching me in public, like, "Hey, I seen you on the video," and so it's
That's
pretty.
what's up.
Yeah,
You're that
cool.
guy?
Right? You know, people taking pictures.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, so you're a celebrity now.
I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity, but
Man, I wanted to hear that remix.
I'm going to do a new song
it's kind of
featuring
if
Jay
be-
Tender Ribs.
It's different because it's kind of all kind of different people approach it. Like I done had an old white dude approach me about it.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
It's like you look for me. He hit me with I look familiar.
All black people.
Haven't I seen you somewhere? Do you rap? Oh man, and it's bad at work too.
Oh yeah.
At work, it's bad.
Was that their introduction to Jay Young,
Yeah.
the rapper?
Yes. Because nobody knew.
Now all of a sudden you got a song.
Yeah, because you're very unassuming.
Not everybody know.
Yeah.
And now that's all they want to talk about all day is when the next song coming out. Why you ain't tell us sooner? Let me rap for you. my partner rap, my brother rap. Do a song with such and such.
The COO of the company got a hot 16 for you.
Man, everybody.
So they probably checking out your whole discography now because you're pretty.
They
deep.
have, and a lot of people love 4 a.m. got new life. It's funny.
Yeah.
Nah, 4 a.m. is dope.
4 a.m. got new
4
life.
a.m. is dope.
They love
You
that
gotta check out 4
project.
a.m.
They was like,
But-
I didn't know you was that
Yeah.
depressed. And you know, I was like, what the hell was going on with you? It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
dope.
because
man.
it got so personal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, 4 a.m.
That's my music, man. That's how I like to create music. So it's
That's
been
dope. That's a lot of views, man.
it's been a journey, but it's been cool. I still got
That's good.
and I
steady
still
growth.
got another big feature that I got something.
I'll tell you what's dope about that musically, like just looking from the other side of it is
Yeah.
it's cool to grow in your craft versus to like just have an explosion.
Yeah,
Because anytime something grows, that it's usually a sign of infection.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like, so when something grows steadily and gradually, it's something that you can maintain.
right,
It's something that you can control to a certain extent.
right.
And yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Y'all 3.5, probably about like right at 4 months in.
right.
With that kind of those views.
It's been a
That's dope.
journey, man, and just like all the different radios and radio stations I've done and interviews for different little things, it's been a lot of fun. It's definite. I've learned some things
Yeah.
that I didn't know before. One thing I will say is a lot of times you hear like disgruntled artists talk about the industry, and people think, okay, well, all these they're talking about artists,
Right.
like, well, all these other artists and stuff. Surprisingly, it's not the artists;
Yeah.
it's the people around. Like it's the managers, it's the publicists.
Yeah. They all
Deep-
have different agendas.
Yeah,
though.
these are the people that's making it messed up for the artists. It's not
Right.
other artists.
Sure.
It's them that's like, I've dealt with people of, well, I'm gonna do this,
Right.
and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You just got people that just want to attach. Cause I remember like when we announced we were gonna shoot the video, my DMs exploded. Like my DMs went crazy with people I have never talked to, people
Right.
I didn't know existed. People like, I can do this, I can help with this, I can do this, and nobody did nothing. Everybody was selling dreams. Nobody delivered. I don't want to speak. I'm not gonna say this person's name, but it was one publicist that we was
On the
work-
Y'all Said It show, you're not gonna say it?
Nah, I'm not gonna even give him the shine because it's not even worth.
Because this is the
Smart
place to do
move,
that.
Smart
Yeah.
move. Smart move.
Nah, I'm not. Mm-mm.
If you're gonna be bad influence, because I know you used to say to me, peer pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
That was Jay's thing when we were younger.
Yeah.
He tried to peer pressure me. And he'd
Nah,
say peer pressure.
I can't do that. I can't do
peer
that.
pressure, Jay. Peer pressure.
Maybe
Do it.
down the line I'll
Do
say the name.
Do
but
it.
This person. So we were gonna do some things together. They wanted to.
What
come on-
person?
It was a person.
Oh, okay.
This person wanted to come on board and help. Help some
Female?
I'm not gonna say it was a person.
We can't even get.
No,
Fake boobies or real boobies?
I'm not gonna say. So we're gonna. So the person came on board and
Are they
were
as
like,
tall as you?
they wanted to help. Nah, come on, man. It's not a lot of people in the industry my height, man. Like there's Slim Thug and there's me. Nah, it's not that bad, but yeah. So,
But you said no fake boobies, right? Or was it fake boobies?
Boy, he's smooth with the swim
Relax,
move.
man.
He's smooth
Relax.
with the swim move.
You gotta
He
relax.
getting through them
You know what I'm
quick.
saying?
Relax.
He got a football pass.
So, they set up some blog interviews and a feature with Mo3. I say that part.
Okay.
I remember you mentioning that.
So, but the Mo3 thing, we had already set up, me and my people. Like, we already went and did that on our own. Like, we made that contact. So, this person wanted to be so involved. So, they were like, well, why don't y'all just do it at my studio? I was kind of like, I wasn't comfortable with that. But the day that Mo3 was available, my studio was booked. So then I had no choice but to use this person's studio. I was very uncomfortable, but I'm like, let's do it. So the person says, okay, we gonna do the Mo.
That nigga's consistent.
we gonna do the Mo3 feature. Then bring a couple of changes to clothes because we're gonna do a photo shoot, and then I got some blog interviews set up. So we gonna make a day out of it. Cool. I get there at 1. This individual says that they are on the way back from out of town, and they are 2 exits away from the studio. This is at 1 p.m. 3 p.m. comes around, nobody is there. It's just me sitting in the lobby of the studio, and it's a couple of people that work in the studio, like producers and stuff that's there. Mo3 comes to the studio about 3:30ish, and he's asking for that individual. I'm like, hell, I don't know. I thought that individual would probably be with you or something. Mo3 like, man, I don't know what's going on. Me and Mo3 both like, man, we don't know what's going on.
But you had met him prior to that?
We spoke.
Okay.
We spoke. Q was actually the one who set the Mo3 thing up.
Right.
Q set that up. He wasn't there, of course. It was just me. So here I am sitting in this lobby. I'm mad as hell at this point, but I'm like, look, we came. Me and Mo3 both like, come on, let's just go knock it out there. He's actually really, really cool, down to earth and stuff.
Yeah.
We knock it out. The whole time we knocking, this song got the niggas that's working in the studio is trying to play music for Mo3, like, listen to us, and this like, my nigga. Like,
yeah.
you playing with my top right now, like, dog, whatever. The sound was not right or nothing. It's niggas walking in and out the session, and I was like, see, if we would have did this in my studio, man, it would have just been us and the engineer, and that's it. We ended up getting it knocked out. Me and Mo3 hang out, we chop it up, take pictures, that whole thing. So now it's after 5 o'clock. It's like 6. This individual still hasn't showed up. I'm fuming at this point.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm fuming at this point, so I just leave. I left. I called Q. I'm like, I don't want to mess with this person ever again. Like, so then I say about 3 weeks later, I'm coming from out of town. Q give me a call. He like, Jay, that individual set up an interview with you and Ron C. Because for those of you who are not in the Houston area, DJ Ron C., he has a radio show on Sundays. And Q was like, okay, so you got an interview set up on Sunday. I'm like, I don't trust it. I have a relationship with Ron C. because we did some stuff a few years back during the 4 a.m. days. So I actually had a relationship with Ron C. So I'm like, I don't trust it. So I get in touch with Ron C. So am I supposed to be up here Sunday he don't know nothing about it. He's like, you gonna come though if you want. And I'm like, that's cool, but it was this individual was supposed to have set up a session set up an interview with me, and you telling me you don't know nothing about it. That's all I need to hear. It's out. It's dead. So, I mean, it's just a lot of leeching ass people and just snakes around. It don't even really be the artist. It be the people that's around that make everything messed up. You know, people wasting your time. You know, you just say, you got a photo shoot, so you got to go get fresh for the photo shoot.
I can do you one a little bit better than that, though.
Yeah.
I had a dude back in the day when we were really pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Dre Day.
Shout out to Dre Day.
Shout out to Dre Day. We were linked up with this dude, man, who he passed away a couple years ago, maybe about 2 years ago. Dude named Precise. Because I'm going to tell it. Sorry. Shit.
He's deceased.
Shout out to Knob Creek.
He's deceased?
Yes. Precise died, man. He passed away, man. But, man, that boy sent us on a wild goose chase. He had all kind of lies about all kind of stuff. But one in particular, he was supposed to have gone out of town to do some music shit. Get linked up with somebody producing some shit or something like that. He needs somebody to pick him up from the airport. Cool. He calls Dre. Dre's like, cool, we got you, I'm off. Dre calls me, hey, Ram, let's go pick up Sykes from the airport. He need a ride. Cool, come scoop. We go to the airport. There's no flight. Not that there's a flight and he missed it. There is no flight.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like the flight that he said, the information that he said, yeah, I'm going to be on the flight coming in at this time from this place, didn't exist.
And this was before 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there like, man. Now, I've already seen a few things that were questionable. But the craziest thing about it is we did all that. Leave, go back home. I don't even know if we tried to call him or what. 'Cause I know cell phones weren't just really
Popping.
yeah. The next time the nigga sees us, he says nothing about it. And I'm
Like
looking
no.
like,
Oh, no.
so we just gonna act like
Yeah.
we didn't drive to the airport for nothing?
Yeah.
I know you. I already know you. We gonna talk about this.
Nah, I ain't forced the issue because this dude, he's a lie on the spot type dude.
Oh, yeah. He
So
got
I'm
one
like,
ready.
okay,
Locked and
Dre
loaded.
just gotta look. So I'm like, okay, now we just gonna see what we getting out of this shit. Cause at first we were just like, the dude seemed like he had all this shit together.
Right.
This how we started going a heavy road. We met Dirt. We started doing a bunch of work for a Precise album. This dude was saying the same verses that he had from years ago. Like, I don't even think the dude wrote his own rhymes. Cause we are between me, Dre, and Mike. Actually, I don't know if Mike did some writing, but I know I wrote for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, every time he got some new music, it was like he was getting stuck. Can't figure out how to. It's like, man, I got you. I have never known anybody who could carry a lie out.
Yeah.
Cause a few years later, I'm doing my own thing. I come through the mode. We going to the spot when Big Business had they shit jumping off.
Right.
Yeah.
Mouths of the South.
Right.
Mouse of the South.
Met this other dude who said, yeah, man, I linked up with this dude named Sykes Digger, man. He wanted to make this group called Lumberyard. I was like, bruh, I did everything that you're about to do right now. There is no lumberyard. There is no record deal. There's no Loud Records, Sony Records.
Right.
There's none of that.
Damn.
This nigga's just talking.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's
We had a situation like that too.
Yeah.
But me and Art were rapping. We met this dude. Dude was trying to recruit us for the army. And then we was like, nah, man, we do music. And he was like, let me hear something. So we both spit a verse. He was like, oh, man, my brother got a record company. Like, he'll love y'all. Put us in touch with his brother. Dude had a record company named Kill Time Records. Right?
Kill time.
Kill
Oh,
Time Records.
Now,
no.
Waste Time Records.
Nah, this nigga, he called us. He asked us to split. He's like, man, I'm saying, I'm really about my business. I don't really want to waste my time. So y'all let me hear something. So we over the phone, like, all right, cool.
Bars
Spit a
over
verse,
the phone.
You know what I mean? Like, we both spit a verse. He's like, oh, man, I love it. He's like, okay, so when I get some time, I'm have y'all guys come to my office. Man, long story less long. This nigga had us to meet him at a car dealership that he worked at. He was like,
Is that his office?
Come on, bro. Like, he was like, look, man, I got connections with Jive Records. He was like, I'm just working here to pay my child support.
Damn.
In my mind, I was like, we don't need to talk no more.
Nigga, you lied.
bro. Like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? He's
man.
like, I got a contact with Jive Records, this, that, the third, man. Like, he tried, like, and then he tried to pull this move where he tried to get some money out of us. Like, so look, man, look, y'all give me like $750 a piece, of like $1,500. Y'all give me $1,500, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a package, and we're gonna present. He said, cause I'm gonna put some money with y'all money, and we're gonna make it look like another company is offering us this amount of money. So I'm like, why you need my cash
Yeah.
to tell them that somebody offered us money? Like, that don't make sense. Cause if a person offer you money, they don't give it to you. Like, they just offer it to you. Then when you sign, then you get the money. I was like, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I'm not that nigga, dog.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So he tried to fast talk us one day, man. We
Oh,
got on up out of there. I
God.
stopped dealing with that nigga
Yeah,
forever.
man. It's
Kill
Kill
time
people
record.
around, man.
Kill time
So many
records.
plots and schemes, huh?
It be
So
the people
many.
around. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody got some kind of scheme or something, and
Yeah.
everybody looking for,
That's crazy.
yeah, everybody
That's
looking for
crazy.
that artist to feed off of.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah, it's a lot
Speaking
of,
of schemes.
yeah.
So,
Nah.
man, we was supposed to talk about a bunch of shit.
Hold
we
on.
just sit here and listen to Jay's life story.
I know, right? So let's jump into this real quick.
got
Y'all
a
familiar with the
question?
whole situation with what's the names again? Bontham John
Yeah.
and is it Amy Geiger?
Amber.
Amber?
Amber Geiger.
Amber Geiger?
Yeah.
That was the police officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in Dallas or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went
Okay,
to the
what
young
happened?
man's house,
South Dallas.
shot
Right.
him. He posed no threat to her.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
she
she-
killed him in cold blood. And she was convicted of murder, and she was sentenced to 10 years
In his own
prison.
house.
Yep.
In his
So-
own
In his
so the
own
story-
house.
man, like that's so cold.
The story that she gave was that she thought she went to her own house, her own apartment.
Right.
Right.
And then there were people who were testifying that
If you listen to Bunny, I forgot her last name. It was a younger black girl who stayed on the 3rd floor who recorded the incident after she heard the shot. So she says maybe about 60 seconds after the shots were fired is when she started recording. She said Amber came out. Amber was pacing back and forth. Amber was on the phone for maybe like 7 minutes before police were called. So it sounded like she was on a personal call. So she has all this information. And she was saying, because she was being interviewed, she was saying that there are so many indicators to what floor you're on between the garage and her door.
Yeah.
She's like, there's no way that she thought she was on the wrong floor.
That's what I was saying. Like what I saw, it was a dude who was supposedly an investigator of some sort, who said even while investigating, he forgot which floor he was on, or got off on the wrong floor or something. I'm like, man, that ain't the type of shit that happened. Like, people know, these architects and these people who design these buildings, they know what they doing.
Right.
This ain't nothing new. So they like, you get off on the floor and you can't tell, like, oh snap, that's a 2, that's not a 3.
Let's play devil's advocate though. Let's
Yeah.
say like, okay, you are confused.
How confused can you be?
I'm saying he's sitting in your house with a bowl
You
of
in the mic?
ice cream. First thing you do is shoot.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
No, like, hey, what the hell you doing in my house?
Like no look around and recognize that none of these decor is yours.
Right.
Yeah, like who
None
the
of
fuck
that.
are you? That doesn't
Like,
happen.
yeah, like the fact that we have a shoot first that some officers have a shoot first mentality
Yeah.
is wrong. And then like so
My question for the whole thing was, your door wasn't locked or anything. Like
she said it was kind of ajar. But the girl who lived in the apartment said the door's closed automatically.
yeah, like that's what I was going to say. It's been a while since I've been in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
In an apartment, the first apartment I was in was decent. It was pretty nice. The door didn't stay open by itself. The second
Right.
one, hell, shit, anything could have went down in that spot.
Uh-oh.
But so from what I saw, it was like, okay, this is a relatively new looking spot. This don't look like no old beat up hood
Yeah.
apartment.
You
Like-
know what bothers me the most? It's
Especially
like
if officers stay there.
when you hear the story of all the innocent guys who've been killed, you know what I mean? Freddie Gray, just go through all of the stories, you know what I mean? You can make a plausible case for how they, as individuals, could have handled this differently. You could say, when Trayvon was walking, he could have maybe he shouldn't have beat the dude up. Like there's a
Yeah.
case. There's something. Now, again, I'm not agreeing, but I'm saying there's something to be said.
But that wasn't an officer. That
No,
was
right, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, just in every case, there's something that you could say where the person could have maybe been at fault. Some semblance of it, right? Like
Yeah.
somebody could make a case where it's like, hey, if he hadn't moved when he told the officer that he had a gun, cool. But this dude was in his own house, bro.
Right.
Like he was in his own place,
Right.
eating ice cream, chilling.
Yep.
And somebody came into his house and shot him and killed him. That's just not live, bro. Like at the moment that you're not safe in your own place, like it's bad enough that we have to be extra cautious and we have to have these different rules and preventative measures as to how to conduct ourselves if we're stopped.
Right.
That's bad enough.
Right.
But now he's in his own place. And somebody can come up with some cockamamie story about, oh, I thought I was at the wrong. But still, like, where did all your training go?
You say cockamamie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a double entendre?
Stop it. I'm not. I'm not.
You know, out of all the words though,
I know, right? I know.
Nah, I'm messing
like
with you.
like Mr. Vocabulary himself chose cockamamie.
Double entendre, big word, big word.
I tell you, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get one of those shirts.
Yeah.
dog.
My son printed them
Oh,
up.
man.
He printed them up for me for real. Double entendre, triple entendre,
Big word, big word.
Yeah.
That's oh man.
If you
That's
want to buy one of
hilarious.
those shirts, hit us up at y'all@gmail.com.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? $25.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Y'all let us know if y'all looking for them. If y'all want them, man, we gonna
Yeah, we're going to have them.
open up a Shopify or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get your shirt. Double entendre, triple entendre, big word, big word.
Man, I threw you all off your
Yeah.
train of thought,
Yeah,
man.
you did. But
you-
like, I'm just saying it's just
Yeah.
so, like, that's the part that bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, this man was, like, he's gone. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't get hurt. He wasn't severely injured. He's not crippled. He's not paralyzed, paraplegic, quadriplegic, none of that. He gone
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And, like,
In his own place.
in his own place. And that's
Eating
just
ice
like-
cream on the couch.
Yeah,
I like ice cream,
yeah,
We know.
and I like my couch.
yeah.
No
Those-
guns.
Those two
Right.
things together make me happy.
That's a nice new TV you got in there.
Yes.
You enjoying that million, huh?
Yep. Where the old TV go?
I mean, when you get your million,
It's in the
you know,
bedroom,
the old
and
TV.
and I don't have a million. I don't know where.
Where the TV in the bedroom went?
In the backyard.
See what I mean? When you
I'm
get that
taking that
million, you know, you can put the TV in the backyard.
Redo
Say,
carpet.
man, look here.
Oh,
Say
it's
put new
got-
flooring down.
driveway full of new
You know
cars.
what I'm saying?
Look,
New vehicle.
Drop,
I'm
man.
buying.
2 of them cars won't start.
Boys taking trips.
That's
man.
because you ain't started up. You just been driving the one. That's
How
what
many
that is. Don't
vacations
try
you
to
been
play
on
me
this
like
year?
I don't know.
One.
Don't lie.
I
You
don't-
on one vacation live.
Didn't you go to the Bahamas or something
That was last.
Year?
That wasn't this year.
last spring?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
October. You done been on more than
Yeah,
one
you been on
vacation
No,
more than
since
one.
January.
no.
Then
I
you
went
went
on-
to Minnesota.
That's a vacation.
That's definitely
That was the
a
only
vacation.
one we did this year.
No,
You
y'all
and the
went
kids
somewhere
didn't
with
go
some
nowhere?
water.
Now we didn't.
Y'all got in some water.
We should have, but we didn't.
Mm.
We should have just jumped up and shot out somewhere for a day, and we never did. We only did Minnesota.
So you say that vacation money is what you're saying.
Nah,
Yes.
he spent some of the vacation money on upgrading his home.
Yeah, that's kind of how that went, though.
Yeah.
Like, shit that got done that wouldn't have got done if we had another vacation.
New studio equipment.
I don't have new studio
You
equipment.
know what I'm saying?
I need a new monitor. You heard
Yeah.
what was going on? I didn't buy no extra mic. I need
It's
to.
coming though.
Yeah, it's
When
coming.
we come next week, it's gonna be a new mic,
Yeah.
It might.
new mic stand.
One over here.
You know, Ran, I
Yeah,
showed.
you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
that's
You
the
got
cheap mic though. That's the cheap one.
I
I-
sure could have used $1 to buying this car, man. I'm just gonna put that out there. I
Say,
went
man.
broke.
You an accountant, so I know your finances.
You went
in
broke.
order, sir.
So you bought that car that's out there right now?
What car are we talking
Cash.
about?
Because there's a car out there right now
Cash.
that you pulled up in.
Cash.
I don't know what you talking. I pulled up in an
Cash.
Uber.
You did not.
Cash.
We not here to discuss
Cash.
what I bought.
Oh, wait a minute. Because we was
Finance at
just talking about what I
0%.
spent my money on,
Yeah, but
which I have not spent much money because I don't.
Credit score 812.
Bruh, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but since we going here,
Well, let's go.
what is
because,
that you driving out there, Jay?
Man, a Uber,
Tesla.
Jay, what is that you driving out there?
a Toyota Camry.
So this what we doing? Okay. All right.
Don't let the people call you. Man, I want no problem.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you the one that got you got your million first.
I ain't getting no million.
Ran, you got your million.
Mr.
DJ.
Mr. 50,000 streams
50,000.
with whatever. What is it?
500 million.
What was it, Zach?
500,000. I'm
500,000?
sorry. I said 500 million.
500,000 streams?
God bless you. Say the same.
Yeah,
500 million.
Yeah, I'm speaking
God
into
bless you. Say the
existence.
You know
same.
what I'm saying?
It's a bunch of streams.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
good.
you get paid per.
God is good.
You've
Got
been
that
you've
check?
been moving around pretty good.
Yeah.
Outside of the gym.
YouTube check.
I have, man. Oh, the YouTube checks. Yeah, shout out to YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
See, I ain't got none of that right now.
Definitely
Stream.
monetized. That's definitely monetized. Yeah. Yeah, I watch some ads now. Everybody watch the video, watch the ads.
Yeah.
I got a couple of monetized videos.
There you go. So you know.
I haven't got enough views to make no money off of it. I made like $5 off a YouTube video or some shit, man. I don't.
And so,
I mean, but when you got your
why don't
million,
you just
bro,
add your tags to his video so when they watch that one, they can go into the Bloodline Project?
He got to do that through their channel, through the what's the channel? I don't know what channel it is.
Showtime.
It's the Showtime channel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Showtime got to show some love.
So,
I'm gonna need y'all to get that together.
so,
Play that first track. I say some words on that first track.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Send
'cause,
me
you know,
$17 or something.
the house is looking very nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Very nice. Your dogs, even your dogs done gained weight,
Yeah,
right?
That's 'cause they
might be
old.
healthy.
Your dogs
old
done gained weight, bro.
Them dogs looking healthy.
Them dogs 10 and 12 years old. That's why they
they
gained the
moving
weight.
around real
Them
spry
dogs,
like
them
though.
dogs can live another 10 years.
Yeah, you
man.
gotta let. I seen Diesel. He ain't moving like he
Yeah,
was.
you know, he
Yeah,
full.
he don't move like he used to.
Yeah.
He got all that
Full,
gray.
man. Yeah, boys got gray beards.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man, you got your million.
See, he
dog.
used to jump off both. You know, like he just jumped with the two. He used to jump all the way up. Now
Yeah.
he don't. He kind of halfway jump up and pull.
He give you that 3 up and climb on that 1. Oh yeah,
Hey man, we living around here, but it's a little
Man,
rough.
we blessed, man. We blessed. You know, DJ, he got his company growing.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
you know, DJ Ben
stay
had his
working.
million. He been had his million. You know,
Hey man, listen, we out there getting it.
see,
Grinding.
there we go, man.
See?
So
Yeah.
why, we enjoying the fruits of our labor.
If
That's what we're
anybody
doing,
got that
man.
million, DJ got that million.
DJ definitely got the
claiming
million.
mine. I was not gonna say I ain't
Yeah.
got it. I promise you I
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
So I've been going about it wrong.
Nah, I'm gonna tell y'all
I need to
what
quit
though.
telling the truth around here.
I'm gonna be for real since my cousin put me on the spot. Yeah, so I just hit a nigga milestone.
What's that, man?
You really just say that?
Did I not?
Yes, you did.
Y'all,
Hit a nigga mile.
y'all. Yeah, I said it, listeners. I hit a nigga milestone. I got a Benz. I got me a Benz, y'all. From this decade too, not some 1997 shit. My shit from this decade, y'all. Hold up, man.
Come by.
I got me a Benz, y'all.
Yeah. Hard work paid off, huh?
Hard work, man.
812 credit score.
Man, look here, man. It just have everything just happened. I prayed on it, man. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I didn't think that particular one was gonna happen. I was actually looking at an Audi, and the day of.
Why didn't you get the Audi?
Because the day of,
The Benz popped up.
no, the day of they sold it before I got to the lot. Like literally,
They sold the truck I was finna get when
I'm
I was
putting
on
my
my way.
clothes on to go to the lot because I just went the day before and checked the Audi out. And, I'm going up there, to, do the paperwork and, transactional things. And the lady called me like, man, we just sold the Audi. Somebody just came and dropped the bag. I'm like, so I'm like, okay. So there was actually another lot. It was a nice BMW, still a nigga milestone, So I'm like, okay, let's go.
Let's keep this going, huh?
Let's go. Is a Benz not a nigga
We not-
milestone? Man? Am I lying?
Come
though?
on, Jay.
I would not answer on the ground
Ran,
that I
is a
might
Benz a nigga
incriminate
milestone?
myself.
Ran, is a Benz a nigga milestone?
Man, I don't know,
Zach.
man.
There was no point.
So I'm alone. So I'm alone.
I would not answer this question on the ground that it may incriminate myself.
Two, man, I don't know, man.
Hey, listen, check this out though. Y'all,
Somebody call in and tell me is copping your first Benz not a nigga milestone.
601 641 9474.
I don't know now one nigga in
Now
America that growing up did not say I want to give me a Benz.
Listen, check this out though. Like, so y'all familiar with Stacey Dash being arrested recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for domestic violence.
All right.
Domestic violence, really?
Yeah, she put
Stacey
them
Dash?
hands on. Yeah, I'll be the pretty ones be crazy, man.
I knew she was pretty crazy.
Yeah, she go upside somebody's head, man.
Y'all know she put her race as white.
What's wrong with that?
She's not white.
She's not white.
She's not white.
These transgenders aren't what
I'm
they are
just
either.
right. I'm just saying.
Oh, so
shit.
you can be
She's
transracial now.
Yeah. She identify as
Why we can't play pretend with her?
touche,
I thought-
my nigga, touche.
Yeah.
God,
But yeah, she just did that, man. That's a real thing.
I thought about doing,
Hey.
I
she
work.
what, 52?
Yeah.
Is
Is she?
Damn.
I actually thought about doing that on a resume. I mean, not a resume, an application. This is early in my corporate tenure.
Yeah.
And I was going to experiment with it because, you get, when you fill out these applications, you get a certain section of the application that'll ask race, And you could choose not to self-identify.
Yeah.
But I was going to troll one. I was like, I'm going to put white just to see what happens. Because, you you have the credentials, but I always check the I choose not to self-identify box.
Yeah.
Saying, that shouldn't make a difference whether I'm black, white, purple, whatever.
But they know what that
But it
is, though.
does.
Right. Right. Like, if you look, I got the credentials. I have the background. I have the experience. I have the education. I have, what's needed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be wasting my time or yours. But I was going to do that once. I'm going to put white. And then
So when you start making your millions as a rapper, are you gonna hire an accountant?
I am an accountant.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm asking, are you gonna do the work? Or are you gonna put somebody else in that
But
position?
I don't like people, so I'm going to do my own.
Smart man.
I mean, if you could do, you want to do as much of your own work as you can. You know, you keep as much money in your circle as you can.
Right.
You know, so I mean,
Smart
if you can
man.
do it, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I understand.
You know, I
'Cause
mean,
always kinda
because
have my own home.
yeah, because I mean, you've already made your million. You know,
Yeah.
with an S on the end. Though. You've been at it. You've been at
In
it.
Jesus' name.
Yeah. So I mean, if you need an accountant, you know, you need someone. You know, look over the books.
Say with an S on it.
I mean, because you know he been out here getting money for a long time,
Yeah.
man.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Proud of him.
This is the type of people I like to be around. I like to
Proud
be
of him.
around those getting money
Man,
because you know I learned from DJ.
risk taker.
I learned it's different things. I learned it's not the big words or nothing. It's just
yeah,
actions.
yeah.
You know, you watch how someone moves. You know,
Yep.
you learn from them kind of things, man. So I've learned from DJ, man. So
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I like being
I
around
learned
people
some
that
double entendres,
that can
some
inspire.
triple entendres.
Big
Yeah.
word.
Big word, big word.
I like being inspired by people
Yeah.
I'm around. If I don't feel like you can inspire me, I can learn from you. We can build or whatever. Then it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta aspire, inspire before you expire.
There you go.
There we go
There you
again.
go.
Put that on the
just saying.
t-shirt.
DJ quote.
No, but like for real though, like being around somebody like DJ, it kind of opens up another train of thought
hmm
because he says certain things that'll trigger like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that
Yeah,
makes
aspire,
sense.
inspire.
So then, if you look at it from a different way, then you know
Yeah.
now you know so.
Change
Yeah.
the train of thought.
So that's what I get from DJ. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
exactly. So that's I never told you that, but that's you
Appreciate
know,
it.
yeah, you kind of trigger different things that'll make me look at certain situations different. So that's what it is.
That's what who said, is it Einstein who said an object in motion will continue in motion until it's interrupted by an outside force.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
if you want to, so this is why I like looking at things and listening to people who I don't agree with.
It might be Newton.
Who?
Newton.
That's what it was.
I think so. That's
Newton.
physics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense, right?
Oh, see, we got somebody else in here to check some DJ shit.
Like, we do this all day.
shit.
We gotta Google half the shit DJ talking about.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense though. Oh, Sir Isaac. But so I like listening to things that I don't agree with
Mm-hmm.
because if you just stay in the echo chamber, that's all you
Right.
ever have.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah.
people aren't devoid of good ideas because I don't agree with whatever ideologies that they have. So
Right. Right.
you have to listen to, different parties and hear, and you're like, oh snap, okay, well I would, So I don't just listen to people who I agree with, even when it comes to different things. Like I grew up listening to only black comedy. Like
Right.
I never heard a white
boy, you missing out.
comic
You missing out.
until no now I listen to
I'm about
everybody.
to say you
But
missing
I'm saying,
out.
like, cause I grew up on.
I still gotta watch that Bill Burr special.
I grew
Because
up
there's some
on
crazy
Richard Pryor.
Excellent.
Oh,
He's
excellent.
fun.
Oh, you talking about Paper Tiger? Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he
I might
owned
watch it tonight.
Do y'all watch his cartoon, F is for Family?
I haven't.
I have
On
not
Netflix?
yet.
My son put me on to that, man.
Oh, it's super fly. But I grew up on Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. Like, it was very much
Mhm.
black people doing comedy forever. And then when I got on, I think the first one was George Carlin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got
That
on
was
George
my first
Carlin,
one.
And then
Yeah.
And then I checked out
Man,
what's the dude?
Billy Crystal. You
Oh,
told me
Billy-
about
Oh
him.
man, that's my guy.
Yeah. What's the dude that used to smash watermelons
Smash
back in the
Watermelon?
day? Yeah, he used to have a comedy show. Just smash watermelons.
I don't know.
I forgot his
Comedy
name.
show that smashed.
Smash watermelons. People would be in the front row with the little ponchos on, just boom, splash all over 'em.
That sounds familiar for some
Yeah.
reason, but I couldn't tell you nothing about it.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
When was
but
it? What was
A
the
watermelon
setting of the
smashing
show? Like what
comedian.
year?
I want to say like
It's like
mid to late 90s, or
90s?
something like that.
because it's one I think.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I was about to say Kennison. Sam Kennison.
Sam Kinison was
I don't
dope.
think
I heard
Sam
of
him.
Kinison was
He
dope.
was another one that I got on early.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Kennison
man.
died, yeah.
R.I.P.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope though.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to like his first album.
Right.
Let's say his first two albums. Maybe it was just the first one was really, really, really good.
I respect the comics that talk about real life
Yeah.
within their comedy.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to hear about this police officer thing right here.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
for sure.
I think people get more time for shooting a police dog. than
Dude got
what-
45 years for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, than what
Yeah,
she got.
that's
They ain't
real.
playing.
Yeah,
You better
That's
not mess
real.
with that
Dude
dog.
just went
yeah.
to jail for. He got 12 years. He had an aggravated robbery. He shot no one, touched no one. He got 12 years. I got a cousin who shot himself and got 15 years.
Wait a
He was
minute.
committing a robbery.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
okay. In the act of robbery.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
He
He got-
shot himself.
Right. So, okay, so here's what happened. He tries to commit the robbery,
Mhm.
shoots himself. Now he's shot, so he like, oh snap,
Mm-hmm.
let me get out of here. Leaves. He like, I don't want to go to no hospital in the area. So he goes to the north side, goes to the hospital. Anytime a gunshot wound comes in, police officers are called.
Yeah.
Right.
Automatic, right?
Yeah.
So, investigation, the person has already went to file a police report, and they
Right.
said self-inflicted gun wound.
Mm.
So he tried to make it seem like somebody shot him,
Yeah.
but once they do the ballistics, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Boom.
Yeah.
So
Out of
goes, fights the case, what have you. End up with 15 years, and the only person who was harmed in that was him.
Right.
This lady took someone's life
Yeah.
in their own place and managed to get 5 years less.
Yeah.
Mm.
I said that's
Yeah.
not justice, man. That's not.
They don't.
Yeah, in
And
comparison.
again, I'm not even like the go to jail, like waste somebody's life type. That ain't what I'm saying.
But they set the
but like,
standard.
please be congruent, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
They set the standard like that.
Right.
They consistent. Be consistent at all
Consistent,
times.
Exactly.
right.
If the law is blind, let that bitch be blind. That bitch took
Across
off that
the
blinder
board,
today.
yeah.
She
Yeah.
peeked and saw that blue. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's my girl. All right. I'm gonna get you 10.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happened.
You can do 5.
That's what I thought. I thought she was. I said 12 originally because they introduced the castle law, and we all know what happened to the castle law here in Pasadena. They got off. It wasn't his house. He shot and killed somebody
Right.
at his neighbor's house that was trying to
Right.
rob him or whatnot.
Right.
Robbed the neighbor, burglarized the neighbor house.
Yeah.
Got off. So I knew, okay, she's not gonna get that time. Cool. She'll get 12 years. That's what I was thinking at first.
Yeah.
Then I saw the text messages. I was like, okay, so she admitted that she don't fool with such and such. She's a racist. She has a right to be a racist. Okay.
Right.
But it plays a part in this case.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, 15 years maybe.
Right.
But what happens as usual, everybody looks over race.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, she just killed a guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's just give it.
She just killed a guy.
She just killed a guy. He was in there eating ice cream. We don't know if he tried to attack her
It wasn't Bluebell.
for coming in his house.
It
We don't
wasn't
know.
Bluebell. That's a
Bluebell got bodies on them too.
yeah, man. But it's
What's
you in
that,
Texas-
Listeria?
You in Texas? You're
Yeah.
supposed to take advantage of having Bluebell.
Fuck that. If they got bodies on them, fuck that. You cook me
It
some
was only
gumbo.
like 2 though.
Only
Plenty.
two too many.
Yeah.
You cook some gumbo and one of your boys die from that? No. I'm not eating that pot.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
Ain't gonna be able to do it.
5 years later, you want some gumbo?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So yeah.
Who
man.
cooked it? No.
I,
I'll pass.
Yeah.
nah, I'm okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
I just ate that.
I know.
I just
I'm
ain't.
good in the mud.
Man, she gonna do 5 years in protective custody.
Popeye
Yeah.
still got that chicken sandwich.
BYOB.
Yeah, bring your own bread.
Uh,
They'll lace you.
yeah, I think she'll do. What's the law though? Like they have to do 80% of that, or
I think it depends.
I don't know, man. I've been hearing 3 for 1.
Yeah.
in Fed or state?
I think with feds, you do day for day, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She state though. This isn't a federal
She gonna
case.
ask me how I know this. 3 years.
Yeah, that's about
She gonna do
right.
like she gonna now see they gonna stretch it to about because they gonna make it seem like
Or
she gonna do like 4.
and then come out on
He'll
parole.
come out on parole.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't even think she does 5.
What kind of
Yeah.
ice cream was it?
I think she does 3.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
That really don't matter, man, because
Yeah,
that man gone.
I know,
Yeah.
man. I'm sorry.
The ice cream
I'm sorry.
melted and gone.
Yeah.
But I did see that Bluebell has this new flavor. But I guess we won't get into that now because
What is it?
apparently I'm making too much fun of this.
Shit, man,
You're
we on the
special.
chopping block. What they say in life? You like baseball? You on deck? Because it
on
can happen
deck,
to either one of us. You
Yeah.
never know.
Coming
I,
out
I like to think though, man, when I pass, somebody will have a joke to say. No? No, I'm the
Nah.
only one.
I'm too sentimental.
Nah.
Like I mean, I don't.
Say, man, when my grandmother passed,
Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
when my grandmother passed, we were in the church. I'm not talking about the lady I laughed at. That wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was. Y'all can laugh. Shit, don't make me be the only one laughing.
Look,
now.
man, look.
I'm trying to hear
So
what
look,
you say,
look,
man.
Look, check this out. Look, so when the dude, all right, so look, so the guy who worked for me passed away on Saturday. We finished the job on Friday. I paid him on Saturday. He died on Saturday night or Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was telling my cousin, he was like, "Man, I bet you wish you ain't paid that nigga."
Oh no!
Oh,
What about his
bad
wife,
business,
man? You
bro.
wouldn't-
golly.
No, because he just said that nobody gonna
Bad,
crack a
bad,
joke.
bad.
And I thought of somebody who
Yeah.
cracked a joke, and so I just went.
That's
I
kinda
admit,
fucked
so he
up.
won't be
Yeah.
out there looking like the bad guy by himself. So there you
Because
go.
there was some jokes at my grandmother's funeral,
Oh, wow.
and it was funny. It made the whole funeral thing a whole lot easier to go through.
Was she that type of person, like a joking type person?
She liked to see everybody happy,
Okay.
so she didn't like necessarily be the one to crack all the jokes, but she would like to bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
And she would sit back in her chair and just smile, and everybody be laughing all loud, and she wanted to see everybody happy. So, yeah, because Ryder was like, the lights went out for some reason.
Were you sitting with your brother?
I don't recall.
Because I know it's definitely gonna be jokes if y'all sitting together.
When Monty told that story about him with the dog,
I know, right?
oh my God! When they buried that dog,
That was funny. That was funny for
I'm
real.
trying to remember the story.
man,
You gotta go back and listen to that episode, dog. Yeah, that was hilarious.
because I could see Monty really trying to hold it together. They sit up there crying, burying the dog, and this fool sitting up here laughing.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
whole
you talking about
time.
his dog?
No,
Nah,
it was
her
somebody
dog.
else's dog. It was somebody else's dog.
I know I heard the story. I just don't remember the story.
Yeah.
You gotta go check it out.
You gotta check. That is a funny.
check out the shoot from the hip
Because
show.
if you know Monty, like you could picture Monty during this whole, this whole situation. Dog, I laughed so hard. I was in my office.
Man, I'm
listening
gonna have to
it.
see what that was.
I was
man.
crying. Dog.
My
Man.
brother don't give a damn about no dog.
And
He like it when they
Oh.
around. He like it when they around, but the minute they do something wrong,
yeah.
it's over with. It's a
he still
wrap.
got his dog, right?
No,
No, they gone.
no.
I know he got rid of the female.
It wasn't long before
When
the
did
other
he
one got the same treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty
I
don't
like
give a
both of those
damn,
dogs. They're
dog.
huge, man.
Yeah, man.
I
I
was
wanted
over
to
there.
see the dogs, man. I want to see how big they got.
Those dogs were humongous.
I never
I
got
got
to see
pictures
how
of
big
them and
they
everything.
got.
I was over there. I did this paint job, and like he was like, "Man, you ain't scared of them dogs?" Like, "No, I'm straight." So, like I think they were in the washroom, and then he was like, "If you ain't scared,
He loves dogs,
yeah."
unless they do something wrong.
So what did the male do wrong? Like,
I don't even know, man.
yeah, he was huge, man. I got pictures in my
Man,
phone.
my
like,
brother,
right now.
my brother done dropped off and got rid of about $5,000 worth of dogs. That nigga don't give a damn.
Damn.
Once you cross that bridge,
Yeah.
ain't no
there's no
coming
coming
back.
back.
Ain't no coming back.
Man,
That will forever be a classic story. You gotta
Hey,
go listen to that story.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
What's that?
About the lady? The
Amber?
Nah, the
Was there an alert?
Oh, the endorsement. I don't know because I don't know if it's true yet.
Oh, okay.
They're saying that the judge is being endorsed by Dallas PD, Dallas Police Association.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's true. So I don't
Okay.
want to.
So they like
Okay.
Just talk on it, yeah.
there may be the judge may be cutting some slack.
Yeah, 'cause they
on the
introduced-
sentencing.
They said they could go for a lighter sentence or something like that. That was brought in to the jury. They could do that. So I don't know.
It's politics though, man.
Yeah, politics.
You want to talk
and
about who y'all
bullshit.
endorsing?
Oh man,
No, I'm saying we don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't want to get into that because it's still murky right now, and they getting in his ass.
Okay.
Not the guy that we endorsing, but the
Yeah.
the mayor right now.
Yeah.
And I want to watch that first before
Right.
saying anything.
Oh,
They
okay.
bringing out a lot of stuff against old Sylvester.
Oh no.
Sylvester.
This is what I've been waiting on, man.
Yeah.
Because I've always had my reservations about that dude, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on,
mean-
man. Not the black guy.
Hey,
Y'all let the white lady slide.
what white lady?
The gay white lady.
She got it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nah, it's not what I heard. That's
I
not
don't know,
what I
man.
heard.
I'm talking, man. I'm trying to get my head back into the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
and pay more attention to some stuff, man. I just hadn't done it.
It's
It wasn't no walk in the park for Anise Parker.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's a fight regardless. It's politics, and it's always gonna be dirty. That's what I'm learning now. I don't think it's no clean
I
politics.
see her and I just think old Ellen.
Man, come
Oh, what?
on, man.
Old Ellen. She's like an older version of Ellen.
Let
I
the-
remember seeing her in the gym one day, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She dropped that barbell though, did she?
You gotta relax.
Oh, tender.
You gotta relax.
You
Tender
gotta
ribs. Parker.
DJ, let's ask a question to make Rand uncomfortable. Let's do it, man.
Uh-oh.
Let's get to the fucking portion of the show.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Let me
now
find
hold
my
on.
button.
While we still on politics, are y'all following the Democratic movement at all? No. Yes.
No, I need to see what's going on, at least
Y'all
to be
with
familiar.
Andrew Yang?
Yes, I
Who?
am.
I
Andrew
stopped.
Yang.
I am.
The
Stopped
name
watching.
sounds familiar, but
The
I
guy that
couldn't-
wants to give you a stipend like every month or
Right.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Is he talking about something different than everybody else? Because everybody
Yeah,
else was
he
just
is.
shoot. They was giving the Republicans ammo to shoot
Like-
whoever it is.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he was talking about some different stuff.
Okay.
Like just some stuff that you should pay attention to.
Hold on. Quick question.
Y'all know what his slogan is?
What's that?
Make America think hard.
Quick question though.
Hmm.
Are y'all stuck to a political party?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Not at all.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Or what's fitting your lifestyle?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Because
gotta
you
be
pretty
flexible,
much a gangbanger if you
Yeah.
just stuck to
Right.
it.
Right.
Crats, fool.
Peace, son.
Crats, fool.
4,400.
Yeah.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
man,
nah,
so-
I'm the only okay. So in this one, it would be yes because he gets the nom
Yeah.
regardless. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like I'm anti what he's selling and pushing,
Yeah.
and I know that there's a potential for impeachment
Wait
there,
a minute. Who is he?
but Agent Orange,
Oh, okay.
the commander in tweets.
Number
Okay.
45.
Yeah. So, like, he automatically gets the nom for that side. So, it's like trying to decide who from this side will be. And if it's nobody, if it's a bad representative, I'm not rocking with that. Like,
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
What about Miss
Vote for Rand.
Miss Harris?
Why not?
Kamala. I mean, Kamala have some good stuff, but some of the stuff is so shaky for me.
Yeah. What about it? What does history play a part? Like when you look into people.
Ben Carson.
He's smart. He's super smart, but he's a Republican. He can't get the nom because
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Donald got it. But he's a super smart guy. I mean,
gifted
you don't become a
hands.
brain surgeon being a dummy, so.
We hope not.
But, what was your question again?
Camilla Harris. The history does that play a part?
It matters.
Not just her, but all of them.
Okay, so history
Biden too.
history plays a part in the sense that it'll be important, but it'll be a symbolic thing, and I prefer more practical application over symbolism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I have to choose between the two, if you have to give me another white male who's gonna practically apply something versus a black female who symbolically will mean something to my daughter, me, and give me the practical application because we can get the symbolism another way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't just want the symbol.
Yeah.
So
I think that was the thing with Barack Obama. It was more about this being the first black president, and
Yeah.
less about what he actually is going to bring to the table. I mean, in the black community. 'Cause
right.
It was just more, a lot of people was just voting for him because he's black. Like, that's what they literally
They
said.
were saying it.
They were literally
I
saying,
think
like,
Because he
so.
black.
I think
Right.
so.
yeah.
And
But-
they
and he-
were willing to argue with you about having any other type of opinion on it.
Yeah.
But these people weren't even versed in politics
Right,
at all.
right,
It was
right.
just a black man is running for president.
Right.
I'm
So-
voting for
so-
him because he's black.
So like that
Kinda like
would
with
lend
Turner.
itself to the people who probably didn't vote anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
You're talking about people who like didn't participate in this part of the process anyway.
Right.
And now it's like, oh, a black man running, I'm gonna vote for that reason, right?
Right.
Like, so this, I remember a conversation me and my cousin / best friend were having, me and Art, shout out to Art. And I remember I was on my way to JJC driving early in the morning, we were talking, and this is when it was between him and he and Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, because like I was under the thought that there's no way that America would elect a black man. Like, it's not that I didn't want him to win.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
I was like, if he wins, whoever runs on the other side, landslide victory. Like,
Right.
there's no way it can happen. And I was like, dog, I said the smart move, in my estimation, would be like, if he would succeed the nom to her, if he can get her VP spot. I was like, because that would mean something. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, yeah, it ain't it ain't president, but I didn't think that was even possible.
Mhm.
I didn't think I lived in a world that wasn't racist enough
Yeah.
to like, I didn't think that was real.
Yeah.
And when he got the nomination, I remember calling Art, and I was like, "Nah, I didn't think that was
I didn't.
possible. Like, I didn't. And it, by the time he got the nomination, I had saw enough support from the other side to know that it was possible for him to win.
Yeah.
So
I
that,
was-
that,
I was-
that was all crazy. to me.
I was still scared for him when he was walking outside the limo.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, please don't let nothing happen to
Yeah.
him, man.
Yeah.
That was scary right
You know
there.
when I was scared when he was giving the first address, the inaugural address,
Yeah.
and then I realized
the
they had
open.
all that bulletproof
Yeah.
glass up there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, I said I hope ain't somebody ain't behind that nigga
Right.
because he gonna be
Right.
out of there. Like, and that, yeah,
Barack-
that was a real thing. Yeah, it was a real
Barack
thing.
was cool, but I think it didn't help us.
yeah,
I mean, it gave us hope. It gave
yeah.
us
That
a
again,
vision.
so symbolism,
Yeah,
right?
it
Yeah, that
gave
was
us
my
a
He
vision.
point.
did. He didn't
Yeah,
put in
yeah.
anything in place. He did stuff for the LGBTQIA community.
Oh my
he did
goodness, I'm
stuff
glad you
for
said that.
Wait
know,
a minute,
all-
who?
The alphabets.
yeah the alphabet.
Like Dave Chappelle say.
Oh, okay.
No
Yeah.
disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Because I thought you threw a couple more letters on there, and I was going to ask you what those
he
letters
did.
were.
He did.
Yeah,
Just covering all bases.
plus.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he did something for that community. He did something for everybody, but like nothing specifically,
Yeah.
like just directed to aid and to help our people move along.
So they didn't get our people no respirations?
Respiration.
Oh, my
Breathing.
God.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't get no respirations.
It's perspirations.
Yeah.
Oh, sweat it out.
Pun intended.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, Andrew Yang talking about $1,000 a month to, and actually, you know what he's saying is that it'll help stimulate the economy
But
because. Go ahead.
how would that be? Aren't we already in the red?
To who?
Don't we owe?
To China? Everybody owes China.
Oh, so just blow
You
it
know
off.
how
huh?
much? You know how
China's
much,
like student loans. So
you
it's
know how
just
much
like-
land in this country that China owns already?
I don't know.
Like
that.
China owns whole states.
No shit.
They own
Yeah.
parts of Africa for sure.
They own They own parts of Mexico.
No
Like
shit.
it's Chinese bases in Mexico
No
right
shit.
now.
Really?
Like if you ever, it's parts of the U.S. that got sold up. If you ever look at like a Google map
Mm-hmm.
street, it's certain parts that's blocked out. It's, it's what they own.
That's the Chinese part?
At least some of that is.
I thought that was just
But yeah,
censorship.
China to set up
I
shop
thought it
in
was like a
Mexico.
nipple showing there or something.
Nah, China got to set up shop in Mexico. Like I say, they own big swaths of land in the U.S.
Y'all think Donald gonna get impeached?
I don't think so. Where
Nah, yo.
I feel that he's
Nah, yo.
Teflon.
you're no, it's not that. It's just what he represents. He represents the U.S.
Yeah.
and you can't have a void being a big, powerful entity like
I
the
think
U.S.
he might get Bill Clinton impeached. Well, you get impeached, but you don't lose your spot.
You don't lose your spot, yeah.
Yeah, some shit
Yeah.
like that. But ain't
So
nothing
again-
gonna happen to him.
Right.
That boy, there, he's all the shit that he did, grab by the pussy. What? You still gonna vote for me?
Right.
And people
Right.
did.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything's gonna happen to him. I think it would be a kind of a bad move. It's like leaving your gate open and you at war.
Hmm.
So you need somebody there. Just keep them there for now. Kind of like them funky ass Texans with no GM
Oh goddamn.
making the
Pow,
stupid
pow,
ass
pow,
moves.
pow, pow.
Fuck the Texans.
Oh, don't be like that.
Fuck 'em.
I'm kind of upset with him, though. I am kind of mad with him. I can't say
bang,
F the
bang,
Texans,
bang.
but I'm mad with him.
Nah, my disdain for the Texans came from McNair. That's the only reason.
I understand.
Oh, so
I like the
it's-
players. They cool, but I can't see myself putting money in McNair after everything that transpired out of that. You know, I can't do it. Can't
Yeah.
do it.
I understand.
Doggone it.
So if we win the Super Bowl, you're not gonna celebrate?
No. I'm not
Yeah, you
Like-
is.
Cause you ain't. It ain't. Yeah.
like do what?
Right.
Honk a horn.
He dead though.
His kids still getting that money?
Yeah.
Or
It's
do
it's
they feel
about
how he
money.
feel?
I don't know. But he ain't stopping. So if you over there hitting a woman and I don't stop you, I agree with that shit. So
Whoa.
I gotta stop you, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. about
Depends. What did she do?
it. Man, shut up, man. Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah. You
Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
come on.
we talking about Rand here. We know Rand is.
So the only thing about his kids specifically is, did they have the power by which to? Because maybe behind closed doors they were like, "Dad, you're bugging," but you know we couldn't know that.
Maybe behind closed doors.
Right.
Maybe
But I'm
I
saying, like-
support them behind closed doors. So
Ah, touche, my nigga, touche.
that's how they go.
Yeah,
That's just my thing.
yeah,
We gotta stop putting our money where people don't like us,
yeah.
or where they show their hands where they don't like us. It's one thing to think,
Right,
okay, man, they don't like us. You think that, but if they tell you
right,
and they show you with actions, like, hey, you are this to me.
right.
You're not a person to me. You're this to me.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, I see where you're coming from. I'm gonna let you stay over there.
yeah.
And you have the right to think like that, okay? But I'm gonna let you stay over there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help you.
How you feel about Tilman?
Who?
Tilman Fertitta.
I don't know too much about him.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth.
Did this
No.
podcast just turn super political?
oh
No, it's sports. He owns the Rockets.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
sports now.
Who the fuck is that?
my goodness.
Tillman?
The billionaire.
He
who
just got the
owns-
team.
He owns
Oh,
like
so
the
he a new
Golden
nigga.
Nugget. He owns like Landry.
I thought
Yeah.
we went
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to the.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my fault.
He just
Yeah.
had a new book come out. Shut up and listen.
Yeah.
No,
I
thank you.
support the Rockets. I support the Rockets.
Yeah.
And Astros.
I didn't know the dude's name. My fault,
Yeah.
man, for showing my ignorance.
What's
U of
McCall
H.
just bet like? I think he bet $3.5 million yesterday and bet another 1.5 today.
Mattress Mac. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
I heard he support Turner too, so I'm done with
Really?
that. Yeah.
Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac.
He got his reasons. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I know everything is tied.
Yeah.
Politics
Yeah.
tied to money,
Somebody
man.
gotta
Yeah.
turn their head sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Did we
in
get
there.
back to politics again?
It-
I
it's-
know
got
that.
us there.
I
It's
know
around
that.
that season, man.
Yeah.
October, November in the 4th year.
Right.
So man, I think. What you think about the Astros chances? We got the Tampa Bay Rays. They won. So that's who we got. You think we
I
got-
don't want to talk about it. I don't want to
Okay.
jinx it.
Okay.
I don't want to jinx it.
Understood.
I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But I'm smiling over here.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it.
Who got the best chance to win the championship in the NBA this year?
NBA.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of
Never broke
shakeups.
again.
It's been a lot of shakeups. I like them Clippers.
Yeah.
How they look on offense and defense.
Yeah.
On
I've
paper.
I've heard that
They're
a couple
deep.
times.
On paper, yeah.
They're pretty deep. They're
On
pretty
paper.
deep.
Oh.
On paper.
But it's a lot of teams that we can't sleep on.
right.
You still can't sleep on the Lakers.
Or the
It's
Jazz.
championship pedigree. You can't sleep on the Rockets.
Right. I like the
can't.
Rockets.
I'm still anxious to see how this is going to play out with, Harden and Westbrook.
I think they'll
But
be
I
great.
think it'll
think
be
so, too.
better than Harden and Paul.
Right. Right.
Like, I have that much faith in it. I actually think it will be better than Harden and Paul. Utah.
Yeah. Silent Assassin Trailblazers.
Yeah, you can't forget about the Trailblazers.
Everybody done yoked up. Yeah.
Denver.
And Denver, yeah.
Denver's another one.
Denver gave us a handful.
I think everybody got
Yeah.
better. Dallas got better.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
And Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everybody.
Luka.
I even like
Yeah.
New Orleans little young core.
Yeah, they got some
They
nice
got
players.
a solid young core. man.
Holiday? I like Holiday.
Drew
man.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday,
That's
they
his
got
team.
Lonzo
Yeah.
Ball,
It's his
they
team
got,
now.
I like
Brandon
Holiday.
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
And
Yeah,
we
they
can't
got some
forget
pieces.
about Zion.
Yep.
They got
I
Zion.
think I Zach Randolph over there too.
Zach Randolph is in New Orleans. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, no, not Zach Randolph. Julius Randle.
Yeah, Julius Randle.
Then we got Golden State is still a viable team, man.
Yeah.
They got.
They got
so
them
it's gonna
shooters
depend on
out
what
there.
they do.
They're still
It's
a
gonna
viable
depend
team,
on what
man.
Golden State does on the front end.
Yeah.
But
Because they're not getting Clay back till
Right.
All-Star. Yeah.
right.
So they gotta they gotta do more than tread water before you get back,
Yeah.
because they have to be in the top 5 seed. If they get 6, 7, and 8, it's gonna be an uphill battle because they're gonna be facing the Rockets, the Clippers, or the Lakers. But if they
Right.
get that 5 spot, they're gonna
Yeah.
face the 4 seed and they can upset the apple cart there.
I wonder if Miami is really gonna make a play for Chris Paul.
I don't know.
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Miami.
to play with, yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
to
be
play
nice
with
for them
Jimmy
to play with
Butler. With Jimmy Butler. You
Let
got
Jimmy play off the
Deion
ball.
Waiters coming back.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Who's that big man?
Miami got something brewing
They
down
still
there.
got whatchamacallit over there, right?
Whiteside?
They got Whiteside.
I thought he wasn't happy there.
He's still there.
It'd be happy if somebody feeding that rock though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But back to these Rockets.
Yeah.
D'Antoni is gonna tear it up, man.
We're gonna see.
I don't think the Rockets gonna go too
Why,
far.
why,
man.
why would you jinx it? Why you don't want to? You don't
This
want to
ain't a
not
jinx.
jinx it?
We done seen this. We done seen this 2, 3,
No, man.
4
No, he didn't do that.
years. Okay.
I think expectations are that the championship is gonna fall in LA. But it's a lot of teams out there that you can't sleep on.
Right.
I think that's what it boils down to.
Okay, so it's like this: success is a function of reasonable expectations. So, could you reasonably expect the Rockets to beat that Golden State team?
Rockets could go with them. Yes. The Rockets
saying,
could have
right.
beat them the year that they kept shooting all them goddamn threes.
I'm like, okay, so all right, so when you playing the game, you play the way you like. You don't change in game. That's not a real thing.
You adapt.
Not again. You can adapt in a lot of sports. Basketball ain't one of those sports because you play how you play. Like when you come across half court,
Yeah.
there are things that feel normal and natural to you,
Okay.
and those are the things that you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And so when you've been doing this for 80 plus, so you talk. This was the 7th game of. So you talk about like 90 games in, bro. You're not finna change that. You're not finna start like you're not. It's just not gonna happen. And we're judging the result. We're saying they missed them, so they should have did something different.
I was saying this during the game when I saw Gordon driving and getting buckets. I was like, man, why don't they keep doing that?
Because that it's again like it's a reason why he was doing that when he was doing. Who was on the floor? What was the scoring situation? Like all those factors, all those variables factor in.
Okay.
And it's like, but who you are, like you're gonna continue to. It's one of those things, and this is why I always tell people, like, here's the challenge most people have never faced. Like, coaching in game.
Yeah.
Like, most people have never coached in a game situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, who to put in, who to take. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
I don't care what level. You could be coaching 14-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Those games feel as intense and as real as any other level of competition. When you're the guy and the kids are looking to you and the parents are talking to you and the referees and everything's right there. So when you're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we practice this. Guys, go execute what we practice, what we worked on. Because you feel like if you do it, hey, if we continue to take our shots are going to fall. Because you preach that in practice.
Right.
So you can't change it because they're believing in you. And if they stop believing in you because you switch it up and then now you just, everything that you work for goes down the drain.
So,
So-
so the coach only has this practice option.
No, so here are the practice options. Get to the hole, shoot threes, or get to the free throw line. Those are his options.
But he only practiced shooting threes.
No, like I said, when we talk about them missing those threes, it's not like they didn't take other shots in the midst of those 3-pointers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of we can keep count of how many of these they missed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still, so you think about that. They missed 27 3-pointers, and they lose by less than double digits. I mean, lose by single digits.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, so,
Hey, man.
you know.
So history plays a part in everything. D'Antoni has showed his face.
Yeah. I don't blame him for that.
What Denny Green said.
What'd he say? Oh, we was who we thought we was. We let him off the hook. You want to crown it? Then crown him. Yeah, I say that all the time.
I think Westbrook and Harden, I think they'll work good together.
I
That's
do too.
because they have a personal relationship.
Sure. They've been
I
knowing
think
since
they'll
they were
work
like
together.
10 years old.
Yeah, and I think everybody else will fall in suit with that. Like, okay, this how we going. We're gonna go with that. All right.
They gonna have no choice.
They gonna lead us.
Yeah.
Hey, you always have a choice. You
Yeah.
be there or not be there.
Play or not play.
Right. Yeah. And I think I like the fact that we have a lot of shooters. We have guys who athletic. We have some defenders. I think we got a little bit of everything. I think we can mix it up with people and win different ways. I think we can win ugly games. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm confident
I
about.
want to see how Capella,
Develops.
what he's
Yeah,
done over the offseason. If he
Yeah.
hooked up with Hakeem or something like that,
Yeah.
get some footwork going.
He got
Look
good. He
like-
got good hands too. So.
Yeah,
But y'all don't think he regressed a little bit last
I don't
season?
think
yeah. That's what everybody was saying.
See, I don't think he regressed. I think he's still Pat. I think he just didn't elevate, and I think that's where the criticism comes from.
Yeah.
Cause like typically in the first like 7 years, you used to seeing this,
Mhm.
and I think we saw kind of a plateau.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to see this year, does he stay there or does he go up? If he doesn't go up, I think we need to give it up. Man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think he got a lot of potential. You know what I noticed him doing the other day, and I know it's just a first game. I noticed him running the floor better,
Yeah.
like running like hard.
I saw that.
every single
I saw
time.
that. I
Yeah.
did see.
And I was like, okay, because you open up the whole offense if you're
Right.
going to do that. If
Right.
you're going to drag the big man down the floor and make them run, and you consider, like, sometimes you're going to be going against Boban. Boban can't run the floor.
Yeah.
Like, that's a boy. Like, they're going to have to switch their whole line up. So now when you take the big man out of the middle, now
Mhm.
you open up driving lanes.
Yeah.
And you got slashers. You got Eric Gordon, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Gerald Green. What's the other young cat?
Daniel
Daniel
House.
House. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's going to be nice.
So, okay, how long do we give this?
Give what?
This team as it is right now.
As currently
Westbrook-
constructed, you got to give it at least 2 years.
Okay.
For chemistry's sake.
So it doesn't work. Do you just
Change.
the whole
What do you
thing just
change?
Okay, so it depends.
exploded and start over?
But everything that like that, so there are other variables that will play a factor. Like depending on how you like, if you run up against a fully loaded team and you're down a couple of players, then that's something to factor in, right?
Yeah.
Let's say, okay,
Okay.
so Capella's out, PJ Tucker's out, right? They're not mains. They're not like your superstars, but they're main guys.
Right,
And then you
right.
go up against a fully loaded LA Lakers team. Like you can't reasonably expect. Now, again, now you could win. We can't say you can't overcome.
Yeah.
But success is based off reasonable expectations. If they're fully loaded and you're down 2 starters, I can't reasonably expect you to win that series. So if you go down like that, that's one thing. Now, if you're fully loaded and they're down a couple of superstars and you lose, oh, we got to do something different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I like to look at things like depending on how it all shakes out. That's why I say that's why I always say a lot of luck goes into who wins, like, because there's so many breaks. Like, if you look at, like, think about it, Toronto got Joel Embiid missed games.
Yeah.
That helped them win that series. You know what I mean? Like, the Bucks was down a starter when they beat them. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
they go against Golden State. KD's missing the series, and then Klay Thompson gets hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have breaks along the way. Nobody just buzzsaw all the way through. That ain't happening.
But that's all the Golden State championships, right?
And I think that's what we
Somebody-
got.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what we got to look at with the 2 LA teams, because either one of them is an injury away
Yeah,
from being out the picture.
yeah.
Like, think of if AD or LeBron goes down, Lakers are not a championship
Yeah.
team anymore.
I got a lot.
I think Doc Rivers did pretty good with.
They're
with
not
the
a
Clippers.
championship team without both of them in play. They're not.
Yeah, that's true.
The
Boogie
Lakers are
already
not
out.
a championship
Oh, but
team.
think about this though. So let's look at the Clippers. Let's look at it if Paul George never went there. They're both like, because think about it. They took Golden State to 7 games
Right.
without Kawhi.
Right.
You add Kawhi to that,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe they're not a favorite, but they're a team who, like, you
Get a
can
dog
reasonably
fight.
see that
Yeah.
this LA Clippers team is probably more talented and deeper than the Toronto team that just won with the same guy as a superstar.
Mhm.
So they could reasonably lose Paul George and still be a hella fire squad.
But they're not a favorite to win.
Oh, certainly not.
That's what I'm saying.
Because on the defensive
That's
end,
what I'm
dog,
saying.
Yeah.
if Paul George not guarding you, but Kawhi is,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? That's not the business.
Right.
But you gotta look at it, Toronto wasn't either.
Yeah.
I mean, everything just fell in place for
Yeah.
Toronto.
And Pascal
Like, they
Siakam.
wasn't even they weren't supposed to make it past Philly.
Right.
They weren't supposed to make it past Philly. Everything literally just fell in place at the right time for Toronto. If Klay Thompson did not get injured in the third quarter of what's that, game 6,
Yep. Yep.
I think we'd be having a different conversation about Toronto.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
They
Like,
said-
I still think Golden State had enough to win that series
Right.
without KD. I still think they could have. It wouldn't have been pretty,
Yeah.
but I think they had enough fight in them to win that game 7.
and all the talk to like KD,
And they were on the way to winning game
helping them
6
or whatnot,
before
yeah,
Klay
yeah.
Thompson got injured. They
Yeah.
were already on the way to winning game 6.
And they was actually coming back when he got hurt
Yeah.
on that dunk.
So,
He got undercut.
right.
Something happened. Yeah.
He got undercut.
Yeah. But
I don't
Speaking of
think it was.
undercut-
I don't think it was
Hold on.
intentional.
hold on.
I don't think it was
Because
intentional.
we got to make this segue since we're talking about the NBA. There's a diss track that was released by ex-NBA basketball player / hater named Shaquille O'Neal, aimed at Damian Lillard. So what happened was Damian Lillard was on the Joe Budden podcast, and they asked him they think he was a better rapper than Shaq, and he said yes. So the part that Shaq was probably offended by was Damian Lillard made the comment that because when people were listening to Shaq, they wasn't listening to Shaq as a rapper. They was just listening to Shaq rapping. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so Shaq took offense, and he put out a diss track, and then Damian Lillard responded. And everybody has heard said track. What say you?
Who, me?
Somebody got to say something.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, so after listening to both tracks, I'll say that first of all, the quality of Shaquille's recording. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
got
did
hundreds of
notice
millions
that.
of dollars, dog. You mean to tell me you used a Radio Shack mic and recorded this in your garage or something? 'Cause that's what it sounded like. It did not sound like a quality studio recording. Stop
It
it.
didn't sound like radio.
Stop
Shaq.
playing. Stop playing.
Yeah,
So
see what you did there.
that was the first thing. And then Shaq's delivery is definitely dated.
Yeah.
it's definitely dated.
Lyrically, metaphysically.
Yeah, like stop playing, man. Come on, stop. That's not gonna get it, man. And I just think the subject matter is like, okay, we know you got money. We know all of this.
Right.
So that kind of got played a little fast for me. It's like that was the whole angle. That was his whole. I had more money than you. That angle got played fast, cause that was what he came with, and that's what he stuck with. Basically, his whole track with Dollar.
Yeah.
He came out his corner swinging from the beginning. It's definitely Dame is a better rapper. I'm just gonna get straight to the point.
Wait.
Dame is a better rapper than Shaq ever hoped to be. Like seriously, Dame is nice. Dame is nice.
Yeah.
He came out to me ahead, as far as just between the two tracks. I mean, Dame took it to me.
Yeah. Ran?
Well, let me start by saying, agreed that the Shaq track should have sounded better.
Yes.
Sonically, it should have been better. But I'm not in complete agreement with Jay on like the content of his flow not being that good.
Okay.
Now it is dated.
Yeah.
It is not up to par with today's standards when you start talking diss records and battle tracks and stuff like that. But it's not bad. There's some lines in there that you'd be like, but that's because we listen
Right.
and we know what a punch is supposed to feel like when you hear it.
Right.
And it didn't land the same way. That being said, it's obvious that Damian Lillard is a better rapper than Shaq.
Yes.
It's the era though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not completely that he just out-raps Shaq just because he's a better rapper. It's because he comes in an era where you have to be better at it if you're doing it.
It's just rap overall his to me.
But even in the era that Shaq rapped in, Shaq sounded like an athlete rapping.
Okay.
And Damian Lillard sounds like a rapper.
Sounds like a
Okay.
rapper.
He
Exactly.
Sounds like a rapper. Right.
Exactly.
So,
But what I'm saying is Shaq didn't sound bad.
right, agreed.
That's all I'm saying. But
We're not
yes,
saying
you
that-
are right.
I'm not saying
One of them sounds like a rapper and one of them sounds like somebody that's rapping.
I'm not saying that Shaq's diss was bad. It just sounded dated, and it wasn't better than what Dame Dollar came with.
Yeah.
Right.
Because in this instance, we do have to compare and contrast because
Yeah.
they were records directed at each other. Z Smith.
First, I could tell that y'all are like artists. Y'all looking at shit I don't even think about.
know, man. It's a curse, man.
Yeah.
We
Me,
listen.
it makes it hard to
completely
just
different,
enjoy
man.
music.
Yeah.
Yes,
dog.
yes.
It's
man.
not a great thing that
It's,
we
it's,
have.
it's, yeah. Trust me, you don't want this.
Yeah.
Trust. I wish I could listen to music just like
Yeah.
everybody else listens to it, man.
I was like, man, what the fuck did I miss?
I know. I saw it on your face. It's like, for real?
Like, shit, I was surprised by both of them. I thought they both did good. God damn. Nah, but seriously, I was surprised by both. I thought, damn, a Shaq coming out like this? Then I heard Dame, and I was like, oh, Shaq, you need to stop, buddy. Leave this young man alone. Leave him alone. He's going in the house. He's going to sit down. Don't come on his porch and knock on his door. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Shaq did stick to the money. And he just stuck to that. Dame was like that technical boxer, man.
Yeah.
He hit you with some body,
Right.
got you in the face,
Right.
step back, measured it up again, and
Yeah.
came back.
Dame styled on him, man.
Yeah.
He styled on
Yeah.
him.
You mad because I'm styling on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dame even addressed the money in there. He said, I don't think they had 250 mil max
Yeah.
while you were playing, buddy.
Right, when
He
I was
said-
riding my 10
Yeah.
speed.
He
Yeah.
said all the money in the world and they traded you for Penny.
Yeah, that's cold. Right
That gotta
there.
hurt.
That's cold.
That gotta hurt a little bit, man.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
That one gotta hurt, man.
Woo. And Penny got hurt. God.
yeah. And you know he doing a
Lil
little
Penny,
jab
too.
about, you know, you won that because of COVID, and that's what I was trying
Oh,
to
that was
say.
another one, especially the Kobe one, because we know Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, that's a
you
soft
know,
spot right there.
Yeah, I know that one hurt.
Then
I know
again,
Kobe was probably rubbing his hands together.
Yep.
Kobe probably played that track back to back.
He got that part on loop. Kobe looping that part.
Hey man,
Yup.
Kobe
He
working
called the
out to
studio,
that.
Hey, look, I want this on loop.
Yup.
Send it to me.
Kobe
bring
working
it
out
back.
to that one, man.
Now Shaq did his thing back then. Shaq averaged 36 and 15. Something
Yeah,
like that.
Shaq was nice on the court.
Yeah.
I'm saying like.
But when I saw him on them music videos, I don't know Shaq.
Yeah.
You know I got skills, man. You know I got skills, man.
Yeah.
Took me from a boy to a man, so fearless, my father, because my biological didn't bother.
I like
Hey,
that.
But you know
You
what?
can't stop
That Stop the Rain was hard,
That
though.
Stop the Rain was
Yeah,
hard.
now that one was
No,
hard,
that-
man.
that- I like
The
the
video
I
was-
like the other song.
Yeah.
man.
Phil? Yeah,
He
I like
spent a
that
bunch
one.
of money on that video for it to come out looking like.
Left me in the cold when a few months old. I thought a child would bring
Yeah.
me gold, but I guess not. You brought me to this world, but you're not my dad. Messed around with them drugs, made my mom mad. So we left you.
All right,
with
DJ.
some
All right, we
15.
know you know
We know
though.
you know the song, DJ.
15.
Mr. Quote
Man,
the
that's,
most.
That's my joint. Like, cause he was that. Like
Speaking
storytelling
truth.
ain't easy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So,
It ain't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
he
I
did
like
that.
rappers that could do that storytelling, man.
yeah.
I like that.
I'm just saying, he said storytelling ain't easy. Like, it ain't.
Everybody can't do it.
It ain't.
I mean, so when you have a set of skills that allows you to do said thing, you don't recognize it as a gift, right? So like
Absolutely.
I have
Right
a
on.
really good memory.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go in somewhere and we go over something like that, I leave like I know what we went over. Everybody else looking like, hey man, y'all remember? Like, how don't y'all remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just like it's not something that I didn't do anything to be able to have this memory. I just got this something I was blessed with. It's a gift, right? So when other people, like, and he'll tell you like we'll write a verse and he'll say his rap, and then when he'll go in and record it, he'll come back out and play it, and I'll be saying most of the rap with him. He'd be like, "How you know all of that already, dog? I said it once."
I got a question. Rand, is
Yes.
rap easy for you?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't feel so bad, because that shit easy for me.
Yeah,
Like the shit that me and Rand do, like that bloodline shit,
right,
that shit was easy.
right. That's why when I see somebody do something at a high level, I no longer say they're talented. I say they're God gifted, because that's different. Everybody just can't do that.
It's like people like, y'all was winning, y'all did this, and I know me and Rand could do that shit not sleep.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Like that's easy.
right.
Like
We can do a whole nother one.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like we can do
Right.
like it's easy.
But how
So
do
I
you
get what
feel?
you're saying. Though.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
When you look at other people do what they do, you be amazed at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God, how'd you do that?
like I just did it.
Nothing.
Like, yeah.
But same thing when I reveal to my clients, they're like, how'd you come up with this?
Nope. It just
I don't
happened.
know. I looked at it. That's what I thought I
Yeah.
was supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because like people will come in and they'll look at different stuff and they'll be like, how are those edges so crispy? I know what I'm doing. I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like,
No.
but listen,
Yeah.
I mean, I put in my hours though. I mean, I put in my probably about 15,000 hours at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I would be offended if you didn't feel that way. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Work. That's work.
you know what I'm saying? I did the work, so it's supposed to be
Word.
Yeah.
Well,
I hate this.
well, at this point in the show,
We didn't even get to our Nas and Jay.
man,
thing,
we didn't talk about none of that. We're gonna have to pick up on
Outkast.
next week.
Oh
and
yeah,
talk all this music.
Oh yeah, we gotta get to the Outkast.
One of the best storytellers.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Boys.
Yeah. To be continued.
3 stacks. Andre Benjamin.
I'm glad you shouted out Big Boy, because Big Boy
Antoine
don't get the
Patton.
credit he deserves, man.
Telling you.
He do not
He
get
jammed.
the credit he deserves.
He
We
jammed.
gotta get the
No
him
doubt
and Sleepy
about it.
Brown shit. We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
we definitely gotta check that out.
What happened?
The project with Big Boy and Sleepy Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, the big sleepover.
Big Sleepover.
Okay.
I was gonna call it the Big Sleepy.
I'm big sleepy right now.
Yeah, it's almost tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody got to go to work in the morning.
I gotta go on a trip in the morning.
Dang.
Have fun.
So it's time to wrap this thing on up like a burrito.
Yep.
Zach, where can they find you at, man, on the social medias?
If you care to share.
I'm not big on social media, man.
I feel you, my brother. I feel you.
I'm just on the keeping in contact with high school friends or whatnot, college friends
and let's
too.
hog tagging you in some shit.
That bullshit. That's my boy though.
Yep, he keep us entertained.
Yeah.
Jay, where can they find you?
Oh shit.
Black.com.
Cha-ching.
No.
Cha-ching.
Shout out to the Shoot for the Hip show.
For real.
It's fucked
Hey,
up. Everybody know what that is.
Messing with Reese, I really did go, man. And I went down a rabbit hole, too. Ooh. It was bad. I was ashamed of myself, man.
That's a double entendre.
Yeah.
Triple entendre. Big word, big word. Where can they find you, man?
Jayon713 on Instagram and Twitter. I do not do Facebook.
Why?
I can't even say that no more.
Because you old now.
I'm old as shit. I'm not really old, but like to my kids, I'm old.
Close to 40.
I'm not old as hell. Like, nah, I'm not.
Whatever.
I'm old.
Jay.
Okay,
Keep it
so
moving.
yeah, I don't do Facebook because Facebook for old people who smell like gingivitis and hard times, and they house smell like mothballs, and they got roaches in their car.
Golly.
Come on, now.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ill Rain, where can they find you?
Okay, man. Shit, man. I'll be on the IG as Ill Ran.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on the Facebook as Ill Ran.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, every now and then, I'm even on the Twitter.
Why?
Because I be Twittering.
Twitter, baby.
As ill
Underscore,
ran
underscore,
is
underscore bike.
And DJ the DJ.
Don't find me.
I'll find you.
You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast. Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at
Anger.
601-641-9477.
Black House Gang in the hive.
Finally.